The All-Star break has concluded, and our Portland Trail Blazers have made it to the final push of the regular season here in year number 4. I'm going to say before we start, if you missed the last episode, I highly encourage you check it out because, boy, that was a doozy. We had some really exciting games that ended up going down to the wire. That started with the All-Star game that we player-locked with Darius Springer, our first-time All-Star, and he had a pretty good All-Star debut, recording a triple-double. 15, 12, and 10 on 7 of 10 shooting, including the game-winning dunk in the fourth quarter to clinch the game for the Western Conference. Unfortunately, he did not win the All-Star Game MVP. Zion had 30 on really good shooting, but Springer was certainly the second-best player for the West. Yes, it's an All-Star game, but still pretty cool. This game against the Spurs we played as well, and again, it ended up being wild. We led by as much as 18 points in the first half, but the Spurs brought it all the way down. They ultimately tied the game at the end to bring it into overtime, and we got the ball back late, down by 1, into the hands of Shaedon Sharpe, who came up clutch, missing a layup, but grabbing his own rebound and getting the putback with just seconds left to put us on top. Sharpe had 29 points, including some big shots in the overtime period, but it didn't matter. Josh Hart hit the game-winning 3. We doubled Victor Wembanyama off the inbound, not expecting him to pass it out on the perimeter. But Josh Hart, who made the inbound pass, was wide open, sinks a 3, Spurs win. And that was a big loss for us because obviously we're competing with them and others for seeding in the Western Conference playoffs. The West is super close right now. Everybody is within just a few games of each other. We're tied for third with the Rockets and the Thunder. We're a game and a half back of the Spurs and Kings. We already got to play against the Spurs and lost. Today we're going to see what second and third place are all about, the Kings and the Rockets. Behind us, it's still super close with Golden State, Utah, Minnesota, and Dallas all in the mix for high playoff seeding as well. Last year, it was the East who was super close. This year, it's the West, whereas the East, kind of like our conference last year, was top-heavy, and then it slipped a little bit after that. Overall, our team is healthy for the most part, and that's obviously been a big issue. We do have a couple of our bench players currently injured. Malachi Suleiman is still out with an ankle. Ashton Wisham hurt his knee. I was really hoping to have him against the Spurs and the Kings, two teams of a lot of size. Unfortunately, that's not the case. But we have most of our core healthy, which we really haven't been able to say throughout the duration of the year as we look at this matchup upcoming against the Kings, who of course made a blockbuster trade at the deadline to acquire Joel Embiid from the 76ers. This was really the Kings' first year of being good, and they decided to push their chips forward, but they did so without trading any of their young big three. That starts with Jaden Prospero, the 3rd overall pick in Season 1. The points have gone down every year, but he's a great facilitator, the quarterback of the offense. Midnight Hopkins, 2nd overall pick in 2025, won the Rookie of the Year last year. Efficiencies have gone up. And then Amel Wright, who was also a lottery pick in 2025. Big-time scorer, big-time shot creator. And this team has a ton of depth, one of the deepest teams in the league. And their young guys' improvements have been such a catalyst for this. Apollo Cone, the big man, is 3rd for most improved player. Ahead of him is Amel Wright, who's currently in 1st. And more on Wright, who's a big reason why this team has taken a leap. He's a winner. He led Duke to the national championship as a freshman a couple years ago on a team that featured some familiar faces, including former Blazer Dante Branch and current Blazer Malachi Suleiman. Also, I don't know if you just noticed that, but with the rookie leaderboard, they had Ashton Wisham in 13th place for Rookie of the Year. Obviously, Wisham's not going to be in contention to win that award. He's averaging 5 points a game. But still interesting, considering we didn't really expect him to have much of a role this year. And he's among the top 15 rookies in the class, outperforming his draft position. We're not going to see him today. He's injured with a knee. So Enzo Shabazz will be the full-time backup center behind Kristaps Porzingis, who meets up with Joel Embiid for the tip-off. It goes to Porzingis, who's going to need a big day today. And we are underway here at the Golden One Center in Sacramento. Two of the best teams, two of the best young teams in the Western Conference facing off as Jaden Prospero sends it over to Amel Wright, who pulls the quick 3 and knocks it down. Wright is shooting close to 50-40-90 with his 20 a game as Griffin snuffs Hopkins inside. These two forwards are going to be matched up together, and I'm really excited about the matchup, being that they were in the same draft class. They're going to be compared a lot throughout their careers because I think Hopkins and Griffin aren't entirely dissimilar as players. Well, at the inbound, Embiid out to Amel Wright, gets some space beyond the three-point line and drills it. Amel Wright with 2 early threes for the Kings as they lead early 6-2. Blazers look to respond. Here's Scoot Henderson. His pass is tipped away. That's Amel Wright with the steal in transition. Pull-up jumper is good. Fast start for Wright. He's already got 8. And the Kings lead 8-2. Henderson splits the defense to Sharp, who has Porzingis. Out to Springer. On the wing. Hits the 3. Great ball movement by the Blazers as Springer knocks it down. And Griffin now with the poster over Amel Wright. Slow start for the Blazer offense, but they have awoken. Big slam for Griffin, and it's now 7-8. Here is Scoot Henderson with it. He gets the finish, bullying Jaden Prospero, who's a great defender, might I add. He's not some slouch on this end of the floor. He's one of the better perimeter defending guards in the league. Amel Wright chucks up a tough shot, and it goes in. He's got all 10 of Sacramento's points as it's now 11-12. Here's Scoot over to Agbaji off the bench. In with the layup is Ochai Agbaji. Good to have him healthy after missing half the year with an ankle injury as it's 13-12. Hopkins in ISO hits the 3 over the extended arm of Shaedon Sharpe. The reigning Rookie of the Year sinks the triple. Wide open lane for Ochai to drive through. And Agbaji's got 6 early points on perfect shooting himself. Tied at 15 now. Shaedon Sharpe with room. Pulls the 3 and he's fouled. I guess Midnight Hopkins is new around here. What's the number 1 rule of defense? Don't foul the jump shooter. Shaedon Sharpe would only make 1 of 3 at the line. And it's only a 1-point game as Davion Mitchell goes inside for Embiid. That's a mismatch. Bullying Shaedon Sharpe as he is in for the layup. 19-16 now. Sharpe with it for the Blazers. Drives left side. Has an open man on the wing. It's Anthony Simons who hits the corner 3, and we're knotted up at 19. Embiid guarded by Porzingis. Turnaround, no good. Nice defense by Porzingis, who's going to need to have a big day defensively in transition. It's Zay Logan who makes the layup off the assist by Shaedon Sharpe, and it's 21-19. Jaden Prospero with it. Looks to get some room on the wing. Sends up a 3, and it's good. Scoring may not be the name of this game, but he can create his own shot and hit some jumpers from time to time. 23-22. Here's Davion Mitchell out to Jaden McDaniels for 3, and it's good. 2 of the best defensive players really in the entire league, showing their offensive prowess. Off a miss, Kings lead by 4. Here's Simons with it inside for the big fella, Enzo Shabazz, playing against his former teammate, Joel Embiid. Embiid's out of the game. Clint Capella now at the 5 as it's 29-25. McDaniels with the screen from Bagley. Goes for another 3. Won't fall. Bagley with the offensive rebound, and the Kings are going to get the last shot here in the quarter. It's Bagley. Inside, no good again. Nice defensive stop by Logan. Shabazz's 3 is no good. He did not get it off anyway. Had he did get it off, that would have been the first 3-point attempt of his entire career. Believe it or not, in 2.5 NBA seasons, Enzo Shabazz has never shot a 3, and that holds true because he didn't get it off in time. Into the second quarter, Amel Wright heaves it up, and it's good. What an awful possession by the Kings. Amel Wright was playing ISO ball through 20 seconds, hurls up a mid-ranger, and it falls. He's a tough shot maker and can clearly fall back on that area of his game when he needs to heave one up. There's Colin Sexton with the layup, 29-33. Sexton guarded by Agbaji. Step back. Corner 3 is good. 5 points in a row for Colin Sexton, and the Kings lead by 7. Biggest lead either team has had today. Pump fake for Wright. Is he just going to roll one up again? He does, and it falls. I will point out, Amel Wright has also missed a number of those shots today, but his ability to shoot with contested defense is impressive. Nice move by Khalil Griffin off the screen. He's got 8. 31-38. McDaniels guarded by Shabazz. Gets it out to Capella. To Amel Wright. Hurls up another one, and it's good again. Amel Wright with another tough shot, and the Kings lead by a dozen. Right inside for Joel Embiid, and he makes it over Zay Logan. I think the Blazers are going to try to get Porzingis in the game soon so Embiid can have an actual big guarding him. Logan, though, gets some room, makes the three. Good job by Zay Logan to get open and connect on the triple. 34-45. Here's Scoot Henderson with it. Quiet game so far for him. Inside. Snuffed at the rim by Joel Embiid. On the other end, here's Jaden Prospero with it. Lobs it up. It's intercepted by Logan. On the other end, Scoot to Springer for the slam. The best offense is good defense. Good job by Logan with the interception. Good job by the Blazers to push the ball up the floor. Scoot with a great assist as Scoot has it back. Now to Sharp. And Shaedon Sharpe is in for the one-handed jam. 38-45 now. Here's Prospero off the screen. Prospero, another three. It's good. His second of the half, and the Kings are back up by 10. Make it 8. Here's Henderson inside. Hands it off for Shaedon Sharpe. No good. Grabs his own rebound. Very reminiscent of the Spurs game as he sends it on the wing for Kristaps Porzingis, who hits the three. 45-51. 10 to go in the quarter as Griffin's shot goes off the back iron. Kings will get the last shot here of the first half. Prospero is blocked! Porzingis with the denial! What a play there by Kristaps. Now the Kings are still going to get another shot with around 2 seconds. It's right at the buzzer. No good. And that'll wrap up a super low-scoring first half. 51-45. Not a lot of offense. It feels like I'm watching a 2000s game with the defense we've had today. But that's what you're going to see with two of the best teams in the Western Conference who clearly really want to win this game. You know it's bad when your most notable performer here scored his first points of the game with 2 minutes left in the first half. That's the kind of day for us it's been on offense. As a team, we're only shooting 40%. That's not enough. Amel Wright, meanwhile, with 19 points, albeit on 19 shot attempts. As he hits the three, 22 points now on 20 shots. Here's Scoot Henderson, gets it over to Darius Springer. Now the Blazers quickly diagnose the mismatch, and Springer's in for the and one. Fouled by Prospero. Good job by Scoot to quickly send it to Springer once he saw Springer was guarded by a guard. And good job by everybody else to get out of the way. Here's Hopkins. Speaking of mismatches, turnaround jumper on Scoot Henderson's good. I don't really know why he didn't post up on him, but he made the shot anyway, so it's fine, I guess. Here's Hopkins again. Makes another tough shot. Midnight Hopkins hasn't shot the ball a lot in this game, but when he has, he's made it count. Super efficient start for the former second overall pick out of Houston. In transition, Scoot Henderson hits the three. Scoot Henderson was 1 for 7 before that shot. It has not been his day. He needed that one bad. Scoot out to Khalil Griffin now. He knocks one down. The Blazers haven't shot the three ball a lot today, but they have been pretty efficient from beyond the arc. Here's Amel Wright off the screen from Embiid. He gets a three of his own. Both offenses are now starting to look a little bit better as it's 60-65. Here's Griffin with it. Drives by Hopkins in for the poster. Khalil Griffin going up, up, and away. He slams it home on Embiid. 62-67. Sharpe now looking to join the party. Instead, he passes it for Zay Logan, who gets the turnaround slam. Nice play there by Logan to throw it down. And the Blazers are putting on a show here in front of the Beam team. 64-71. Here's Amel Wright with it, guarded by Simons. Size-wise, it's not a mismatch, but it kind of is because Anthony Simons obviously is not the best defender. And Wright hits the lawn too. Back with it. Right now, guarded by Logan. Inside, layup is no good. Nice defensive stop by Logan. Blazers looking to push the pace. Here's Abaji with it. Inside, gets it to Sharpe on the wing. Sharpe makes a crossover, and he's in for the floating layup. Nice move there by Shaedon Sharpe, who has 12 points and 6 assists. Rare passing game from him. Here's Amel Wright. Drives left side in for the layup, and the Kings bring the lead up to 8. Amel Wright has 14 points in the third quarter and 33 on the night. Final seconds of the quarter. Hopkins to McDaniels at the buzzer. No good. The game still remains low scoring as Sacramento leads it 75-69. Nice. Into the fourth quarter. Portland looking to pick it up offensively as they haven't been able to through the first three. Scoot Henderson with an open lane. He drives in for the layup. He's got 7 and 7 as it is a 4-point game. Here's Prospero with it. Looks to get by Scoot. He goes inside for Capella, who makes that one over Zay Logan. The Kings have maintained a pretty steady lead throughout this game, but the Blazers have never been out of it, or even close to, as Simons makes a nice cut off the ball, gets the pass, and sends it down. Davion Mitchell, jumper, no good. McDaniels with the offensive rebound, no good. Ball is tipped. McDaniels again, out to Hopkins, and he's fouled. Scoot, you've been here 4 seasons. You should know this by now. Don't foul the jump shooter. Hopkins would make all 3. It's a 7-point game. Big blunder by Scoot Henderson. Here's Simons with it. Sends it to the wing. Griffin's shot, no good. Shabazz with the offensive rebound. Blazers get it back. Springer out to Simons. Simons crossover. Simons gets it to Ochai Agbaji. 5 on the shot clock. Ochai, nice move. In for the layup. The Blazers were able to switch the defenders. Ochai was now being guarded by Prospero, who clearly wasn't ready. And Ochai dusts him in for the layup. 5-point game. Simons, another slam. The back scratcher from Inferno makes it a 1-score game. 77-80. Prospero inside. Layup is good. When he sees Anthony Simons, he sees lunchtime. And right now, Jaden Prospero clearly wants to eat. Griffin posting up on Davion Mitchell, no good. I get that Mitchell is a good defender, but he's also like 6'1". Griffin's got to make that play. He's had a rough second half. As Prospero misses the floater, Griffin allows the rebound to Capella, but this time he gets it off of the miss by Prospero. And then on the other end, it's Ochai Agbaji, who floats in the layup, and the Blazers bring you within a 1-score game. Capella's got it at the top of the key. He gets it over to McDaniels, inside for Hopkins, guarded by Sharp, and Hopkins hits another fadeaway. He's clearly got great touch on those fadeaways in the mid-range as the pass is intercepted by Capella. On the other end, Prospero with it, guarded by Simons. Pump fake. Simons is actually making a nice defensive play here. He hands it off to Capella, who makes it anyway, however, and the Kings capitalize off the turnover. Here's Sharp. Crossover. Sharp is trapped inside. Springer open in the corner. Bang! Big 3 for Darius Springer. It's a 4-point game. McDaniels to Prospero. He gets it to Cone. Jumper is no good, but Capella comes flying in. He caught a body. That was Porzingis who got annihilated. And it's 88-84 with 5.5 to go. Mitchell to Apollo Cone with space from deep. He can sling it as that one will toilet roll out. Lucky bounce for the Blazers. Ball don't lie. On the other end, Springer. Crossover. Springer slam. Apollo Cone got confused by the dribble moves. Springer's got a nice handle. Clearly, he's got a bag going inside as it's a 2-point game. Cone, pick and roll. Capella with the throwdown. So the bigs going with a little pick and roll action, and it works. 86-90 now. Here is Davion Mitchell inside for Cone. Over Simons. There's nothing Simons can do there. Cone has him beat by about a foot. 6-point game, and Embiid back in the game. Turnaround jumper is no good. Porzingis with the rebound is 13th. He gets it over to Agbaji. Inside for Darius Springer. Powerful slam. And the game is within 4. Again, the Kings have led the entire second half, but the Blazers have kept it close. Now, they've got to get on a run here within the next 3 minutes. Otherwise, it's over. And that's not going to help. Mel Wright drills the 3. Sacramento up by 7. Hopkins inside is blocked by Sharp. On the other end, Springer to Porzingis with the slam. The zinger. Kristaps Porzingis throws it down. Big slam for the Blazers. It's a 5-point game. Here's Jaden Prospero with it, guarded by Scoot. He gets it out to Embiid, who's out of bounds. He had the mismatch, being guarded by Shaedon Sharp. That would have been 2 easy points, but he loses his footing. Big blunder. Blazers can capitalize as Sharp misses the wide-open 3 off the screen. The Blazers have shot the 3-ball well. Low volume, high efficiency, so they're trying to get more 3s here late as Hopkins hits the jumper off the miss. 90-97. Again, Portland looking to get some 3s falling. Scoot Henderson calling for a screen. Springer gets some room, and he drills it in the corner. Both defenders were focused on Agbaji driving inside to leave Springer wide open. Yes, Agbaji is closing the game instead of Khalil Griffin, who hasn't played since the 6-minute mark. He's essentially getting benched for his poor performance. There's Joel Embiid with the hook shot. 6-point game, around a minute to go. Portland again looking for the 3. Scoot's going to get it back over to Sharp. Quick closeout defense. Blazers back with it. 5 on the clock. Porzingis, wide open lane, takes the layup. Not a great possession because it took a lot of time off the clock and they only got it 2, but at least they scored. Kings back with it now. They would take some time off the clock. Porzingis looks to swat the ball away from Embiid here, but it ends up being a foul. Embiid would go to the line. He'd make both. I don't really know why the Blazers waited until the end of the possession to foul. I'll be honest, the game fouled Embiid, not me. I did not want to foul. Shaedon Sharpe, jumper no good. Prospero gets the rebound, and he'll go to the line, and that could just about do it. The Blazers are going to get one more shot off. It's Scoot Henderson, who's no good, and the Sacramento Kings win it 106-97. So the Blazers go up against the two best teams in the West, and they lose both of them in two very different ways. Against the Spurs, our defense let us down, and here against Sacramento, it was the offense who came up short, scoring less than 100 points. Can't say we've done that too often this year. We just didn't shoot the ball well, and we never really found a rhythm. You know who did find a rhythm? That would be Amel Wright, who had 36 points, albeit on 32 shots. Generational shot chucker, 6 of 17 from 3, and no free throws. Ethical basketball. Midnight Hopkins, 19 points on 9 shot attempts. That's how you do it. Double-double for Embiid, albeit on really bad shooting. Porzingis had him in hell. 15, 6, and 6 for Prospero. It was really those four guys, the big four, who led the way. As for us, Springer with 22 and 10 on efficient shooting. I can't really say the same for anybody else efficiency-wise. Sharpe had 14 on 11 shots. Griffin had 13 on 15 shots and got benched. Abaji with 10. Scoot with 9 on 13 shots. Porzingis with 9 and 13. He also had 2 steals and 3 blocks. I wish we utilized Porzingis more on offense because he was starting to cook towards the end. Overall, a rough day scoring the ball. Our shooting numbers were bad. It was all not pretty. We're still in 5th place, and we're actually building up some ground here because everybody behind us is losing. We're going to simulate up to this Rockets game, who are one of the many teams we're clustered with. We've got some tough matchups. The Suns are no slouch. Minnesota's good, but they've been falling apart. And then the Magic are tough as well. So Ashton Wisham is back from injury. He's not going to get minutes because, well, the whole team is pretty much healthy, and we don't really need him to at the moment. I may have spoke too soon, however. Ochai Agbaji, right arm hairline fracture, out 4 to 6 weeks. That's not good. Abaji's only played 20 games this year. He already missed a lot of time with the ankle, and now he might be done for the rest of the regular season. Malachi Suleiman is back, but in order to take from the injury gods, you got to give as well. Enzo Shabazz, torn hand ligament, done for the regular season, may miss some time in the playoffs, so Wisham's going to get his minutes back with the injury to Shabazz. Despite all the guys getting hurt, we go 3-0. Our offense needed to respond after scoring under 100 against the Kings. What do we do here against the Suns? We score 150. 78 points in the first half, unreal shooting. I think we had 4 guys with at least 20. Then here against Minnesota, we won by 2. Darius Springer's been on fire. Porzingis was great. And then against the Magic, another close win. That was more of a team effort. Everybody really contributing. And that'll bring us into this game here against the Rockets. We are currently half a game out of first place, but we're also in 4th. The Spurs, Kings, and Rockets are all tied atop the West. And Houston's done this without arguably their best player, Jaden Hudson, who tore his ACL a while back. He was an all-star last year, would have made it again this year. They've really had to rely on the scoring of Jalen Green, along with the development of younger guys like Cam Whitmore, Amen Thompson, and Esteban Del Real, while also leading on veterans such as Alperen Şengün and DeJounte Murray. A big game here for the Blazers. With a win, we can put ourselves in tied for first place in the Western Conference. A mumbled group at the top with the Spurs, the Rockets, and of course the Kings, all 40-24. The Blazers are 39-24. We're shuffling the deck injury-wise. Ochai Agbaji and Enzo Shabazz are out of the picture for now. Malachi Suleiman and Ashton Wisham return. Porzingis and Şengün meet for the tip-off. It goes to Şengün, and we're underway. I think this could be a big Kristaps Porzingis game. Don't let me get this twisted. Alperen Şengün is a good player, but I think this is the type of matchup that Porzingis can really excel in. There's Scoot Henderson with the steal. Griffin with it. He drives inside, gets it back to Scoot Henderson, guarded by Murray. Crossover, slam! So Scoot Henderson gets the steal early, and he takes it the distance off to the races with a dunk. 2-0. Here's Khalil Griffin now. He joins the slam party. Griffin's been playing really well since his late game benching against Sacramento, as it's 4-0. Scoot up the floor, out to Shaedon Sharpe, inside for Porzingis. The Blazers are putting on a dunk show early as they lead at 6-0 with a trio of slams to start the game. So far, the Rockets' offense is off to a slow start, looking for their first points, as it's Jalen Green with a poster over Shaedon Sharpe. We are getting a dunking clinic here in the first couple of minutes in Houston. Here is DeJounte Murray. Pulls the three, and it's good. Nice shot by DeJounte Murray, acquired on draft night a couple years ago by the Rockets. As Springer is blocked at the rim. I think that was Alperen Şengün who got a hand on that. On the other end, Eason gets it to DeJounte Murray, guarded by Springer. Screen. Murray heaves up another three, and it's good. So the Rockets get 8 in a row, and they take the lead. Here's Scoot Henderson on the drive. No good. Porzingis with the rebound and the putback. Nice play by the big fella, Porzingis, who's already got 4 points, as it's 8-0. Springer. Deep three. From the logo, it's good. Nice shot for Springer. Everybody's getting involved here for the Blazers as Cam Whitmore misses the three. Springer with the rebound. That's already his 4th, and we're only 4 minutes into the game. He gets it to Shaedon Sharpe, who's in for the floater, and all 5 of the Trailblazers starters have scored already. Springer with his 6th rebound of the game. We're only halfway through the quarter. He gets it to Sharpe again with the windmill. What a slam by Shaedon Sharpe. Portland's on an 11-2 run right now. Make it 13-4. Springer inside for Wisham. Darius Springer has 5, 7, and 5 already. What a start. Here's Murray inside. That one is good over Simons. DeJounte Murray is the only guy who's shown up so far. He has 10 points. The rest of the team has 4 points on 2 of 13 shooting. Jalen Green open 3, and he gets that one to fall. A slow start for Jalen Green, but he gets that one to drop. 21-17. Green again. Buries another one. As we saw in the playoffs a couple years ago against these guys, when he's on, he can get hot. Former Blazer Trendon Watford misses the corner 3, and Springer is there with his 10th rebound of the game. Mind you, we are still in the first quarter, and there's still over a minute left as Logan, I think he was blocked inside. On the other end, it's Esteban Del Real inside for Amen Thompson, who makes the layup. Nice play there by Thompson, and it's 24-22. Suleiman gets it over to Darius Springer inside with the slam. Springer's got a double-double here in the first quarter, 10 and 10, along with 5 assists. The triple-double is inevitable. 26-24, Logan, pump fake, posting up, fadeaway is good. Nice play there by Zay Logan, and that was, guess who with the assist? Darius Springer, his 6th of the quarter, as Amen Thompson hits the jumper. An illegal screen is called on Şengün, but the shot still counts. 26-28, final seconds of the quarter. Step back 3 for Simons is no good. And that'll wrap up an eventful first quarter. 26-28, Blazers lead. Darius Springer, the big story, with 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists in 10 minutes. That's remarkable. Into the second now, Springer out of the game. Will the other guys be able to produce? That's a good start. Khalil Griffin, off of a really nice pass by Ashton Wisham, is in for the left-handed slam. Nice play there by Griffin off the cut to send it home. 26-30 now. Here's Amen Thompson. He gets a dunk of his own. I think I can at most count on one hand how many athletes in the league are more impressive than Amen Thompson. That dude is an absolute freak. Here's Griffin. Step back. Jumper is good. It's a long 2, but an impressive shot by Griffin over Trendon Watford. 36-31. Logan is intercepted by Del Real. He gets it to the speedster Lewis. Inside for Amen Thompson, who gets another dunk. Thompson producing off the bench early for the Rockets as they bring it within 1 score. Here's Şengün, guarded by Simons. Passes it out, and the 3 is good to tie by Cam Whitmore. Şengün had the easy mismatch, but he trusts Whitmore to hit the open 3, and he does. There's Griffin. He's fouled on the 3 by Şengün. You've been in the league for, what, 6 years? You should know better. Don't foul the jump shooter. He would make 2 at the line, as the 3 from Green is no good. Springer immediately comes in the game, grabs another rebound. He gets it to Griffin, who's blocked, but gets it back. And the Blazers will get to reset the possession. Sharpe gets it to Darius Springer. Posts up on the smaller defender, Whitmore, and makes the layup. So in Darius Springer's first possession back in the game, he gets a rebound and a layup, because of course he does. I don't know if Suleiman was blocked or he airballed the layup. I'm going to choose to believe the former. And in transition, it's Jalen Green, who hits the jumper for the Rockets to bring the lead down to 4. 42-38, crossover. Scoot Henderson, he's blocked at the rim. What a play by Ben Simmons, the former Blazer. Another really inefficient start here for Scoot Henderson. It might be time to have the conversation about Scoot Henderson in big games. There's a common theme. He doesn't shoot the ball well. Off the inbound, though, Shaedon Sharpe would get a wide-open dunk. And now Ben Simmons is called for the personal foul. I didn't think Springer set his feet. I thought that should have been a blocking foul, but I am not complaining. Nice opportunity for the Blazers to get some momentum, and they do. Springer with the acrobatic layup. He now has 14, 12, and 6. My God, he is an animal. Jalen Green gets some space away from Suleiman. Hits the 3, and the Blazers call time up by 5. Now only up by 3. Off the miss. Here is Esteban Del Real in with the slam. Former top 10 pick out of España. And the lead is down to 1. Here's Scoot Henderson, drives inside. He's doubled. Simons open in the corner, hits the 3. The Trailblazers were 1 for 9 from deep before that shot by Simons. They needed to hit a 3. And then in the other corner, bang! Simons with another off the assist by Springer, his 7th. 47-52. Green looks to respond. He does. Jalen Green off the pick hits a moving 3. Lead is down to 2. Here's Simons with it. Gets it over to Shaedon Sharpe. Sharpe on the drive. He will send it home. An impressive dunk by Shaedon Sharpe. 50-54 now. Only 15 seconds left on the clock. Logan to the big man. Porzingis hits the 3. So the Blazers choose not to hold. Instead, they go for the triple. Shot is good. And the Rockets bring it up the floor with 8 to go. Jalen Green jumper won't fall. Suleiman with the rebound. Portland's going to have to heave it up quick. Simons at the buzzer. Bang! Anthony Simons drills the triple, and the Blazers lead by 10. After starting 1 for 9 from 3, Portland has made 4 of their last 5 from beyond the arc, 3 of which have been made by Anthony Simons, who was caught fire late here in the first half, and a big reason why the Trailblazers take their biggest lead of the day at 10. As for Springer's triple-double watch, he's at 14, 12, and 7. Keep in mind, the All-Star game this year was in Houston. Obviously, this game isn't, but it's against the Rockets, so maybe there's some, Houston conspiracy with Darius Springer. I don't know. In transition, Rockets score first. It's now 60-52. That was Tari Eason who made the play. Scoot Henderson floats it up and in. Henderson scored the first points of the game. Then he did not score after that until now. It's an 8-point game. Here's Scoot. Nice fake. Scoot Henderson with the slam. We need to see Scoot Henderson in the big second half because, again, against some of these really good teams, he has been unimpressive. Here's Jalen Green. Pump fake. Out to Tari Eason. Hits the 3. Eason's a really interesting player because he can do just about everything, and he's the perfect 5th starter for a contender like the Rockets. Şengün hands it off to Cam Whitmore, guarded by Porzingis. That means there's a mismatch somewhere. Şengün by Scoot Henderson, and yeah, you can imagine how that possession ends. 59-64 now. Here is DeJounte Murray with it. On the wing, step back. Murray's jumper is good, and DeJounte Murray continues to have an impressive game. The backcourt for the Rockets is scoring at a high level. The frontcourt, not so much. Here's Griffin, up, and away. Khalil Griffin has been playing above the rim all day. Off the timeout, Rockets back with it. Whitmore out to Alperen Şengün. Has the ball tipped away and stolen by Griffin. In transition, showtime! Khalil Griffin again with a big-time slam off the steal. Great two-way play by Khalil Griffin, who's looking a whole lot better than he did against the Kings. Nice pass inside for Springer. He gets the dunk. Logan's pass is intercepted by Murray, who swarms into the play out of nowhere. He gets it to Amen Thompson. Turnaround. Layup is good for Thompson. And it's a 4-point game. This feels really similar to the Sacramento game where we have a comfortable lead, but the Rockets are not giving in. DeJounte Murray connects on the shot, and we are within 1. Springer with it as it's stripped away and stolen. Jalen Green makes the play on the move. His shot is good. 24 points now for Jalen Green, but on 21 shots. What is it with these shot chuckers today? Here's Scoot Henderson on the screen. Henderson moving mid-ranger is good. And so far, Scoot Henderson has been good here in the third quarter. We needed him to step up to the challenge, and he has. Blazers back on top. Simons with it. Gets it to Khalil Griffin. In with the floater. Griffin's had some really impressive plays inside, whether it's tough layups or big slams. He's got 14, 7, and 6. He could be on triple-double watch as well. Amen Thompson hits the step-back jumper right at the end of the quarter. 2.5 seconds left. Simons is going to have to heave up another one. And this one is no good, unlike the one at the end of the first half. 74-77, Trailblazers lead. Super competitive game going into the fourth quarter. I feel like this is such an important game to win after losing against the Spurs and the Kings. Got to get a big win on our resume here late in the year. As Scoot Henderson's shot is no good. Porzingis with the offensive rebound. Put back no good. Porzingis again. Third time's the charm. He's in with the layup. Good job by Porzingis to grab multiple offensive rebounds and finish off the possession. Murray, step back. No good. Thompson with the rebound. Now the Rockets get a second chance opportunity. Here's Cam Whitmore with a big slam. We talk about Amen Thompson and Jalen Green's athleticism, but don't overlook Cam Whitmore. He's freaky as well. 76-79, here's Scoot. Out to Shaedon Sharpe. Open at the top of the key, and the three is good. After the Blazers' big three-point shooting run at the end of the first half, they've forgotten how to shoot again, so that's a big make. Lead up to 6. Henderson with the throwdown. Nice drive by Scoot Henderson, who's got 8 here in the second half, and he's done it while being efficient. That's been the biggest thing. Amen Thompson responds right back with a slam of his own. Here's Esteban Del Real inside. No good. Grabs his own rebound over Scoot. No good again. Grabs his own rebound over Scoot again. Here's Ben Simmons now. Inside for Del Real. Missing on an open layup. Who would have thought? Del Real's trapped. Somebody's going to be open. It might be Ben Simmons. Instead, Whitmore has it. Floats up a prayer of a layup, and it's good. What a play by Cam Whitmore as it's 80-84. Whitmore brings it up the floor. Inside for Del Real, who cuts the lead to 2. 82-84 with 7 to go. Sharpe has it stripped away and stolen. Esteban Del Real inside for Amen Thompson, who ties it with the slam at 84. Big start to the fourth quarter here for the Rockets. Shaedon Sharpe puts the Blazers back ahead, though. Some of the dunks in this game by both teams, Portland in particular, have been wild. This is more exciting than the real NBA dunk contest. Jalen Green for 3. And the lead, it's good. Rockets lead by a point, 5.5 to go. Springer inside in the corner. Shaedon Sharpe, wide open 3. Knocks it down. Springer with his 9th assist. As he looks for Griffin now. Jumper no good. Porzingis comes flying in. Misses the putback though. Rockets get it back. They can take the lead. It's Esteban Del Real again. He's had a few big dunks today. One of the guys who's really been called on with the loss of Hudson. Springer for the tie. Makes the layup. That's not for the tie. I can't read. But it does cut the lead to 2. Back up to 4 though. Here's Jalen Green with it. Speaking of number 4. Inside. Layup is airballed? I mean, I don't think it was blocked. I think he just blatantly missed it. On the other end, Griffin to Porzingis. Open in the corner is Scoot Henderson. It's good! Corner 3 for Scoot Henderson. Cuts the lead down to 1. 97-96 with under 3 to go. Here's Jalen Green. Spin move. Green loses it! Darius Springer with the steal. Portland can take the lead. Springer with it. In the corner. Griffin, long 2, is good! So Springer gets the steal. He gets the assist, his 10th. That's a triple-double for Darius Springer as the ball is tipped up. Rebounded by Porzingis. Portland holds on to their lead, and they are going to look to add to it. Scoot to Porzingis. Jumper is good. It's such an advantage having a 5 who can space the floor, and Porzingis can score it from every level. 2 minutes to go. 3-point game. Green, instead of going for the tie, he goes for the dunk to bring the lead within 1. 99-100. 148 to go. Scoot Henderson lobs it up for Darius Springer, who continues his unbelievable night. His 3rd triple-double of the season, not counting the All-Star game, so technically his 4th. Green for the tie. No good. Porzingis with the rebound. Big possession here for Portland. Griffin blows by Şengün, and Griffin is in for the reverse slam. Way to be aggressive and finish that off. It's a 5-point game now. 1.5 left. Green for 3 again. No good once more. Porzingis with a double-double. His 10th rebound. Back to Griffin. Wide open lane again! The reverse windmill for Khalil Griffin. And that's going to be the dagger. 109-102 your final. The Trailblazers get a really impressive win here over the Rockets. Very similar to the Sacramento game. One team holds the lead for a little while, but it's close the entire way. But eventually time runs out, and the team who's had the lead the whole time is able to pull away. Unlike the Kings game, though, the trailing team, Houston, came back at a couple points and took the lead, but not for long periods of time. 22, 14, and 10 on efficient scoring for Darius Springer. third triple-double of the year, fifth of his career, again, not counting the All-Star game. He was the best player on the floor, and that seems to be the case in a lot of wins. Griffin nearly had a triple-double, 20, 10, and 8. Sharp with 20. Porzingis double-double. Scoot was great in the second half after a rough first half. Did not shoot the three ball well, but other than that, I thought we played a pretty complete game on both ends of the floor. Jalen Green had 31 on 29 shots. DeJounte Murray had 24 on 20 shots. At least Amen Thompson was efficient. He had 20 points going 10 for 12. The backcourt for the Rockets was really good. Those three guards combined for 75 points. The rest of the team underwhelming. Easton only had 5. Şengün only had 4. Another great defensive game by Porzingis, who was used more offensively, just as I wished. So with that, we're going to simulate this next week. And we've got some more tough games on the slate. The Pistons are no slouch. The Grizzlies are solid, competing for a play-in spot. And then we already know about the Rockets. This time we got to go on the road against them. We ended up going 2-1. The Rockets get revenge. We win the other 2 games with some very notable performances. The Pistons game was pretty close. Khalil Griffin was great. Springer was great. Double-doubles for Scoot and Sharp. Against the Grizzlies, Simons with 25. Double-doubles for Scoot and Griffin. Then in the loss against the Rockets, speaking of double-doubles, Griffin, Sharp, and Springer, while Scoot Henderson was a rebound and assist away from a triple-double. With that, we move into third place. The Kings are falling a little bit. They've dropped to 5th. But there's still only one game out of first, which speaks to how close this conference is. We're half a game out of first place. We're also half a game out of 5th. So there's not much margin for error over this final month of the year, which we're probably going to get through over the next 2 episodes leading into the playoffs. Hope everybody enjoyed another very fun episode with some defensive-minded games. Nice having some low scorers in there against 2 really good teams with the Kings and the Rockets, who we may very well see in the playoffs as well. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.